You still suspend your benefits once you've reached full retirement age and earn delayed retirement credits of 8% a year. This is important information, folks, covering options for spouses, divorced, widowed, and penalties assessed on your Social Security if you keep working a job. It includes usable web charts and links and graphs. You're going to want a copy of this booklet. It is free, and if you have at least $100,000 or more saved for retirement, I want you to have this booklet for free. No games, no gimmicks. Just call 800-399-8506 and ask for my staff to mail you one.
Veterans Day just around the corner, so what better time to talk about a job fair for vets?
We have all the details so you can help those who helped us.
Plus, Black Friday coming up fast.
We'll clue you in ahead of time. You can get the backstage bargains tomorrow on the Good Morning Show.
The Department of Defense is investigating how the Texas church shooter was able to buy guns despite being kicked out of the Air Force for domestic violence. Devin Kelly would not have been able to legally buy the rifle he used to kill 26 people last weekend if the Air Force had properly reported his domestic violence conviction. Investigators are still looking into the shooter's motive for opening fire. They're focusing on threatening messages he sent to his mother-in-law, who attends the church he targeted.
President Donald Trump's 11-day tour through Asia stopped in South Korea today. While in Seoul, President Trump said good progress is happening on North Korea, and he urged a young man to make a deal.
$0 premium, you may be able to get coverage for your hospital visits, doctor appointments, prescriptions.
Talks with North Korea were a waste of time, but today the president did not rule out talking with North Korea.
It makes sense for North Korea.
These are the top 10 Player of the Year candidates, and a lot of these guys you see on this screen are potential one-and-dones. You got Michael Porter Jr. on there. He could be a one-and-done. These are, according to SI's Chris Johnson, potentially the best in the nation. Now these, according to their draft projections, are guys that could be the top 4 picks in the NBA draft upcoming, Tim. Marvin Bagley, Michael Porter, Mohamed Bamba, DeAndre Ayton, all freshmen. And if you think back to the 2017 draft, Tim, 10 of the first 11 picks that we just saw were one-and-dones out of college basketball. So you tell me, when you look at this pool of potential superstar freshmen in college basketball, which one stands out to you as maybe the best in his college career and the best going forward?
Yeah, when I look at this class, I think it's very top-heavy. I do think there's a distinction between Bagley and Porter Jr., maybe a step ahead of everybody else. As far as their translation to the NBA, I think those two guys could have an immediate impact. If you go back to
savings on car insurance? Yeah, Professor, and more, like renter's insurance. More ways to save. Nice protein chip. That's not all protein shake. Geico has motorcycle and RV insurance too. Ooh, that's a lot more. Oh yeah, I'm all about more Teddy Roosevelt.
Geico. Expect great savings and a whole lot more.
That's fair. Could do so many different things. Great size. Think about all of these guys, especially 2 through 5, all having high impact on their NBA teams. I think Porter Jr. as well as Bagley will be immediate contributors just like this fall.
Jason Tatum right now, I mean, these all one-and-dones. You go to 6 and 7, you got Dennis Smith, who was at 9, Lauri Markkanen, who was a one-and-done. I mean, so many of these guys. Jason Tatum right now, this is an advanced metric here, but his win shares per 48 minutes, second for rookies who are 21 years old or younger. Only Michael Jordan had a better win share per 48 minutes according to Basketball Reference. That's how impactful he's been. We know the upside of these other guys there. And next year's draft class could be the same thing at the top.
Call me crazy, okay? I think that Bagley and Porter Jr. could have better first years than these guys. I think that's how high level they are. Now, the rest of this incoming freshman class, I do think needs to do a little catch-up. Ayton is tremendously talented. There's other guys as well that I think could really step up. Gary Trent Jr. is another guy. This class is impressive. I say this is one of the all-time greatest draft classes. I think the top 2 could be as good.
One and done, you can spell it O-N-E. You can also spell it W-O-N and done. And we've seen some great players come through college basketball this millennium and win a national championship, Tim. in their only season on campus. Carmelo, the Brow, and Jaleel Okafor, the three who have done it in the 2000s. Which freshman that we have discussed, Tim, which potential one-and-doner, do you think this year could maybe join that list?
Yeah, I think Marvin Bagley is in an ideal situation right now because you could go through some of those rosters and they had a little sprinkle of veteran leadership. And Grayson Allen's a guy who's kind of been through the wars, didn't play a lot as a freshman, had a great sophomore year, and then obviously all the off-the-court stuff or on-the-court stuff was tripping last year. But the fact that he is back, couple in with this great freshman class, I think Duke could be the perfect recipe. You know, so many times in professional sports, we've watched these young teams kind of emerge, very similar to the Astros. But you gotta have those veterans. You gotta have the guys that have been through the wars. You gotta sprinkle them in as well. I think Duke has a great balance this year. I don't think they go undefeated, but I do think they are the class of college basketball. If they're able to stay healthy, I think they're clear-cut favorite. And at 5-1 odds, I love that.
You like Duke? I know a lot of people like Michigan State as well, mostly because of Tom Izzo and the equity he's built up there, what he's put together. But he's got a player who we thought would be a one-and-done last year. One of the best players in college basketball, Miles Bridges, is coming back for a sophomore campaign. So, Tim, let's take a look at Bridges, Izzo, and the Spartans. They start the season ranked number 2 in the polls, and obviously this guy who's seen and done it all, he likes what he's got with his squad.
Right there. There's his arm. Can you tell me?
Yeah, I do feel pretty good about my first 7, meaning Tom and McQuaid and the guys that started the game. And then it's kind of a fishing expedition yet. But I like the pieces. It's just putting them together at the right time.
Tim, you tell me if you like those pieces as much as Izzo, and you tell me which of these numbers is most impressive to you. 2016, the year he was inducted into the Naismith Hall of Fame. 544, the most wins in Michigan State history. 19 consecutive NCAA tournament appearances, 7 Final Fours, and 1. The number of titles he's won at MSU.
Do I want Tom Izzo to be my friend or foe?
I imagine friend, right?
Okay, friend, I'm so impressed with 7 Final Fours. I mean, there's no other way to say it. You know, the bar of college coaching is actually not national championships because they're so hard to come by. It's how many times you go to the Final Four. You can talk to any coach about that. That's the pinnacle, that's the apex of your sport. Obviously, winning a national championship is the cherry on top.
Right.
Okay, foe, Big Ten has not won a national championship since that 2000 team.
Wow.
And if you really start digging inside the numbers, 89 they won it with Michigan. Some would say lucky, Ramil Robinson, right? Some free throws at the end of the game.
Sure.
And then 87, Keith Smart, rip your heart out, Syracuse fans, shot in the corner at the buzzer. Fortunate wins, some would say the last. You take away those games, they didn't win a national championship since the 70s. That is amazing to think. I love Tom Izzo. I love his squad this year. I will not pick them to win a national championship because I will not fuck history. Wow. I'm sorry, Big Ten fans. I played the Big Ten. All Big Ten 2007, in case you didn't know. And I just worry about this conference. Do they prepare these teams to go out there and have success over the course of the tournament to win it all? This team is immensely talented. Miles Bridges could be a top 5 pick in the draft. But I'm sorry, 2000 and before that, we got to go that far back? How can I say, oh, the Big Ten every year? Now, they've had a slew of teams get to the national championship game, but they can't get over the hump, so I'm sorry.
Okay, so that's not the biggest threat to Duke in college basketball. It's not Michigan State or any team in the Big Ten.
Not this year.
All right. And it was honorable mention, all Big Ten, just in case you were wondering. Coming up, Tom Izzo and Miles Bridges, who we just discussed, Tim. They should have an impact on this NCAA tournament. Find out, though, why maybe Tim might be misguided in his thought about the Big Ten. What could make them the most powerful conference come March when it's tournament time? We'll discuss that coming up.
You want to stay warm when you're feeling chilled, but you don't want to raise your heating bill. So you pile on some blankets and maybe a sweater or two. There's got to be something better you could do. Now, there's the handy heater, the whole room space heater that plugs right into the wall and takes up no space at all, but is so powerful it transforms cold and chilly spaces into warm and cozy places for just pennies a day. Powerful enough to fill any room up to 250 square feet with warm, comforting heat. Look, this room was a chilly 63 degrees.
Or will Reverend Diane Moffat come out on